Hi everyone, thanks for coming out. Thanks for joining us for Canada's first ever Open Internet Town Hall. I'm Steve Anderson from SaveOurNet.ca. I'd like to first just thank the TIE, Rabble.ca, and the Real News for helping make this possible, and for Gladstone for hosting us tonight. And this is the first of a series of town halls. There'll be one in Ottawa in 2 days on the 10th, and there'll also be one in Vancouver on June 20th. These town halls are events to bring together web innovators, entrepreneurs, civil society leaders, cultural workers, and citizens to discuss the future of the internet in Canada. In addition to what looks like a packed house here at the Gladstone, there's also people participating live online. We have Wayne MacPhail who will be moderating online discussion and passing on discussion points to Geraldine, who's moderating us here. The live video stream is being presented by a collective of media organizations and bloggers, including the Real News, Rabble.ca, TIE, Beyond Robson's, P2P.net, Straight Goods, Michael Geis, Georgia Straight, Now Magazine, and SaveOurNet.ca. So there's probably a lot of people watching right now online, and welcome all of you to our town hall. The audio discussion will also be podcast by Rabble.ca and rebroadcast on several radio stations. So if the video seems a little bit shaky for those watching online, well, I'd say that's either because Canada's internet hasn't kept up with the rest of the world, or maybe the telecom companies are slowing us down for some reason.
Blink really fast.
Or possibly both. So it's kind of an ironic situation to have potentially to have a discussion about the future of the internet being stifled by the telecom companies that are delivering the internet to us. And the sad fact is we really don't know if that's happening or not, and that's one of the issues we want to address tonight. And another issue is that the internet's infrastructure in Canada, we were once a leader, whereas now we've fallen behind in terms of access, speed, and cost. And in these economic times, where there's a lot of political, economic, and social instability, we need all the innovation we can find. Now more than ever, we need an open medium to facilitate wide public discussion on key issues of our time. And as of now, politicians and policymakers have more or less adopted a hands-off approach, and there isn't a national broadband plan. A new approach could put us on a path to a new deal for broadband, a path for a better internet, for better free speech and open innovation. So it's an exciting time for this discussion, though. Charlie Angus just introduced a new bill that could ensure the open internet in Canada. The CRTC is right now about to have a hearing on traffic management on the internet, and these decisions, these developments will signal our digital destiny in this country. And as Canadians search for ways to emerge from the current recession, as we search for ways to emerge stronger, more productive and just, and innovative, everyone agrees that the internet will play a pivotal role. So right now I think we need to have a good discussion about how to create a faster, more accessible internet in Canada so that we can kind of keep pace with the rest of the world. And with that, I'll hand it off to Geraldine from the Real News, who's going to moderate the discussion, and I look forward to it.
Thanks, Steve. Steve, of course, didn't introduce himself because he's very modest. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about him in a second. My name is Geraldine Carl. I have been working for the last 3.5 years with therealnews.com, which, some of you don't know, is an independent online video news service. And some of the folks from The Real News are live streaming today with the support of all the media organizations that Steve listed as well. I'm also working for the time being with the group putting together Net Change Week, which some of you might have heard of, which is a celebration really of the intersection between social technology and social change And many of those events are happening at the Mars facility down at college and university. For the Toronto folks, sorry about the folks online, but if you are interested in any of those events happening later this week, please check out netchangeweek.ca, who are proud partners in this event as well tonight. So I did also want to say, for anybody that happens to have a computer here and is twittering, I know that there's a couple, if you could use the hashtag NCWK and also SaveOurNet. And that'll be a great little aggregated resource for folks later down the line. Welcome to the online audience. I hope that you're joining us right around Canada and hopefully beyond as well in this great show of democracy here at the Gladstone Hotel. So I'm going to introduce the folks here now. Sitting immediately to my left is Rocky Gaudreau. What I'm going to do first, if it's okay with everybody here, is just a short introduction to everybody. Rocky Gaudreau is the CEO of TechSavvy. Sitting next to him is Derek Blackadder from CUPE. That's the Canadian Union of Public Employees, and also he's the senior correspondent for labourstart.org in Canada. We also have to his left Sas from Zucket.com, and sitting next to her is Rami the Minx. Some of you may be familiar with these women from their blogs. And sitting next to them is Mark Sermon, who's the executive director of the Mozilla Foundation. I'm going to introduce them a little more clearly as we get to each of them. And then I want to let you also know that at the back of the room, we have Jacqueline McDonald, who will be circulating in just a few minutes after we've heard from each of the speakers, and she's going to be circulating the microphone. Please put up your hand and let yourself be known if you'd like to make comments. And I'll also be taking comments online as well, facilitated by Wayne McPhail. Thank you very much, Wayne. Okay, first of all, Rocky Gaudreau is the CEO of TechSavvy Solutions based in Chatham, Ontario. Rocky is considered a hero to many. Seriously, that's what's written here.
I didn't write it.
Who believe in the importance of the open internet, both for his open internet offerings and for Rocky's weigh-in on telecom policy issues and evening taking on the biggest telecom carriers in the country. In May 2008, Rocky even went so far as to bus most of his employees to Parliament Hill to rally for net neutrality. So really, I guess he's a supporter of net neutrality.